Guys, today's show is going to be a banger. Watch till the very end and let's get started. Guys, this statement does not hold true in the dating world, but in the business world, it's an absolute fact. Good guys finish first. Entrepreneurs love guiding, working, and serving good clients. Entrepreneurs will go above and beyond for the ideal client. Listen, ideal clients are like a diamond in the rough. So once you have them, you don't want to lose them. Now, here's some more food for thought. Bad clients are treated poorly because entrepreneurs don't want to deal with them. It's a bat signal that entrepreneurs are sending to the client. They want them to go elsewhere. Listen, entrepreneurs leave the corporate world because they're tired of dealing with clowns. So if you think you can walk in on your unicycle, spewing venom, creating chaos will get you platinum service, you're dead wrong. Listen, according to my mom, I'm a nice guy. Therefore, I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you're not even aware of what you're saying or what you're doing because this behavior has been so ingrained in you that you view it as normal. Now, on the flip side, maybe your service provider is completely incompetent and is a terrible creature. But look, my goal is to help you. Your service provider has to figure out their issues on their own. In today's episode, what you're going to do is give me some SLC. And you're probably wondering, what's SLC? SLC is subscribe, like, and comment. Okay? Now, on top of that, what you're also going to do is give yourself a break and put your ego aside. And you will slot yourself in one of the following 5 categories. And then you will look at yourself in the mirror and promise that moving forward, you will refrain from one of these 5 categories. And listen, when you come across condescending, abrasive individuals, don't be enamored by how much money or assets they've accumulated. What you should do is feel pity for them. Now, hear me out. You should feel pity for them. Think about how much money or how many assets have they left on the table? How many friends could they have made, but they haven't because of their behavior? In the time of need, how many people will actually step forward and help these individuals?
I'm only burning my half. All you care about is money.
Number 1, cheap ass clients. That's right, cheap ass clients. These guys annoy me. What they do is they negotiate service 1, 2, and 3, and then as soon as the work starts, they try and slip in service 4 and 5. And then when they say, hey, by the way, for this extra work, I got to charge you, the response is, why? We've already negotiated a price. I thought we were on an agreement. Why are you now all of a sudden increasing your price? This is unreasonable. This is unprofessional. Yeah, but what they didn't tell you at the beginning was that they're going to be adding extra services, right? Now think about it. If you go to work and you're contracted to work 40 hours a week at a fixed salary, and then all of a sudden your boss wants you to work 50 or 60 hours a week, how would you feel? Would you feel like your time is being respected? Would you feel that you're being respected as an individual, right? Wouldn't you feel like you've been lied to? Number 2, the freeloaders. These freeloaders are very awkward individuals. So what they do is, when it comes to accountants and lawyers, they'll just keep calling accountant to accountant to accountant, trying to gather free information. Now, a seasoned accountant or lawyer can smell these guys from a mile away. So what they do is they answer the question without answering. They try and get off that phone call as quickly as possible. And sometimes these phone hoppers become so good at what they do that they might actually trick an accountant or a lawyer into believing, okay, maybe this person will become a client, maybe they are genuine, and in the process, they take up a lot more time than they should be given. And then when you realize, oh, they're just playing me and you want to be compensated for that time, they are appalled. They look at you as if you're being completely unreasonable. Like, why would you want to charge me just because I took 30 minutes of your time? What's the big deal? But now think of it, you're as someone who's in the corporate world. If your colleague kept coming to you and bombarding you with questions after questions after questions and needed your help with every project and assignment, how would you feel? You also only have fixed number of hours in a day to do your work. And if someone starts cannibalizing those hours, how would you feel towards that individual? Would there not be resentment? Number three, payment terms, when I feel like it. Now, I know this whole title is very self-explanatory, but let me give you a quick 30-second spiel to bring this home, okay? Just like yourself, professionals out there, accountants, lawyers, whoever else it may be, they all have expenses. They have mouths to feed, okay? You're not any different. Just pretend if your employer didn't pay you on time, how would you feel? We feel the exact same way, right? You would feel as if your employer doesn't care about you, as if your personal life and your personal expenses are of no value or of no regard, right? Now, remember I said earlier that good guys finish first in the business world? This is a classic example. Now, if a client isn't paying you, how inclined would you be to answer their phone call if they called you? If they're not paying you, how inclined would you be to go above and beyond for them? How inclined would you be to get them the maximum saving and to go the extra mile? There'd be none. And you're not any different at work. If at work your boss isn't paying you on time or they're not meeting what they had promised you financially, would you go above and beyond? No. What you would be doing is planning your exit strategy. Number four, yes, accountants are Bobo, but please don't tell the world. Let me repeat that one more time. Yes, accountants are Bobo, please don't tell the world. Now listen to this story. Before I take on a tax engagement, I always have a discovery call. And in this discovery call, I gather the information that I need in order to provide a quote. And in this instance, I had finished gathering my information and I was just about to deliver my quote when all of a sudden the client on the call stops me and says, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to put all this information in an Excel sheet and all you have to do is punch in a few numbers. This shouldn't cost that much." Now, listen, dude. If we're just punching in numbers, why don't you do it yourself? Okay? If you want to make fun of me, that's fine. Make fun of me. But please, don't make fun of my tribes. Just because we have a reputation of being chronic geeks does not mean you can go around and throw us under the bus. All right? Now, let me bring this to a corporate world so I can give you a better example here. Just imagine if you did this presentation for this new product launch, or you're trying to improve the processes in the company, or whatever the case might be. You've done this project, you're feeling good, you've got your colleagues, your boss, the other executives are coming, and you're on fire. Okay, you're going through your stuff. And then halfway through your presentation, your boss stops you and says, you know what, this product is great, but we've already thought about it. It's fantastic. I don't think you can handle this. Now, how would you feel at that instance, right? They've completely demeaned the knowledge that you bring to the table. How motivated would you be to work for this person moving forward? How valued would you feel? Would you want to work with this employer and this boss? Probably not. So when you start demeaning what we're doing in order to lower your price, it does not send a good message. And again, guys, the professional is now all of a sudden reluctant to go above and beyond for you because you have totally devalued them. So please be very cognizant of what you say and what you do. Number five, who's your daddy? That's right. Who's your daddy? Now listen, these clients take out all their stress, anxiety, marital problems, my kids don't like me issues. These guys are rude, they're miserable, they have no regard for anyone. And what they do is they sit on a file or a piece of information for 1 month, and then when they send it to you, they want you to return it back completed in 1 day, right? They're completely unreasonable. They have no regard for anyone. Now, look, hear me out, guys. These guys think because they're the client, they can do and treat you however they want. Okay? But listen, I've been around the block, so life has taught me a thing or two. When you come across these clients, drop them ASAP. To all my accountants and lawyers and other professionals out there, It's not worth your effort, because these guys will leave so much toxic energy onto you that it will affect your business and it will affect your personal life. The stress and the anxiety is not worth it. And guys, same applies to you in the corporate world. If your boss is demeaning, is rude, is condescending, belittles you, yells, if you feel any anxiety in having to deal with your boss or anyone else in the company, and you don't feel there's an out, it's time for you to plan your exit strategy. No one deserves to be treated this way. Pity them. When someone acts in such a way, it's because something in their personal life is bothering them. They're going through a lot of pain themselves. And what they want to do is exert that pain onto someone else, hoping that maybe by exerting it onto someone else and someone else feeling just as miserable, maybe I will feel better. But that never happens. You can't pass pain on to someone else, right? You've got to fix your own issues. You need to get the help that you need. Dear friends, the bottom line is that money and joy comes to those who are good, who live good, who do good, who think good. Until next time, it all starts with a simple conversation.